Live. I love how this thing tells me you're live. Okay. Hey y'all, hey. Hey y'all, hey. I like to let y'all come on in and settle in and get comfy. So we'll get into it in a sec here. But hey y'all, welcome. Aw. Oh, my little baby, she's walking around. Little Autumn. Let me fix this here. Okay. Anybody got pets that like to get all in the way? I know I do. She wants to be in the video too. Hi, Mama. Hello, y'all. Hello, hello. All right, Mommy. Okay. All right, y'all. So it is, what time is it? I set this thing for 10 minutes ago. But I was working on I was working on sharing it out and also getting this thumbnail together. So y'all bear with me. But we are here and we're live and I'm excited. So tonight I really am, of course, excited to talk about the Black Friday makeup ideas, right? I wanted to share those with you, but along with doing that, I wanted to jump on and do some makeup because, of course, like it wouldn't be a video or live without me doing makeup. So I wanted to at least, share a look. But tonight I have some like products that I definitely have just bought. I don't think that I've talked about them on my channel. So I wanted to share those with y'all. And I'll throw this out there like ahead of time. I am not endorsing folks to go out and shop, like, especially during these times. Like, if you are, definitely be careful, like mask up, social distance. Don't go around overcrowded aisles. Like, definitely be safe if you are going to go out there. I know sometimes like there are things that we just can't help but go out into the store, so that is like ultimately okay. But there are also other ways, of course, like what I know a lot of stores and places will be doing a lot of their Black Friday sales online. So like all of these things, honestly, I think, yeah, all of them really, because there's not one that I can think about that I have here that you can't buy online. So I'm also like encouraging folks through this to do your Black Friday shopping online. Like online, y'all stay home, stay safe. And also too, like I'm the type of person, I like shopping, but y'all, like I don't like shopping around a lot of people. Even if we're not going through a pandemic, that's just me and my preference. I don't like getting out and shopping around a lot of folks. So regardless, y'all be safe out here, and I hope that y'all get what you need during this time, during this holiday season, and of course, happy Thanksgiving. Y'all, can I just say it? I'm ready to get to Christmas. Like, I'm sorry. Like, after Halloween, honestly, I'm just like, okay, let's just get to Christmas. I'm already watching like all the Netflix Christmas shows and movies. Like, and like some of the new movies that I just recently saw, Jingle Jangle is one of them. I just keep playing it, y'all. Any Christmas movies that y'all are watching, like I'm just ready for Christmas. I've already put up my Christmas tree and everything. Like I'm ready. Anywho, let's go ahead and get started. So I've already done my brows. And so I'm just gonna jump right into doing my makeup. But I wanted to go ahead and shout out a few products already before doing this, because if you are new to my channel or new to any of the content that I do on here, I preach skincare is definitely healthy. Healthy skincare is the way to go. It's one thing to talk about makeup and it's one thing to put on makeup, but if you are not taking care of like what's underneath, which if it's your skin, like it's your beautiful God-given skin, like I definitely try to always mention something, even though I know I'm not an expert, I'm not a dermatologist or anything like that, but I know that I suffer from like so many different things that have happened with my skin, up up until this point in my life. And so I've definitely been one to try to talk about that, especially when we talk about putting on like other different ingredients and products and all this kind of stuff that's in these makeup products. You definitely aren't in those labs to see what's being put in there. So it's important that you are taking care of your skin. So with that being said, I have a few products that I have been really enjoying lately, because actually I did go ahead and I washed my skin. I just cleansed it a little bit and put on some moisturizer for this look. And a product that I recently picked up from not too long ago, actually, from my beloved Ulta. Y'all, like, Ulta is where it's at. And I did go in stores to get this, but I will mention that more than likely you can also find this online. Ulta also has an app, so I always shout them out with that because I like am obsessed with that app. Like, and I don't necessarily shop a lot on the app, but I like to go on the app to see like, do they have the products that I'm looking for? Can I find it before I go out into the store, or if I'm going to the store, or is it something that they even have? So I love using the app for that. But this is a cleansing oil by the company DHC. And I wanted to show y'all the packaging, even though I've already started using this. But this is what it comes. This is the packaging that it comes in, and it's by the company DHC. This is a Japanese skincare line, I believe. And so this is their facial cleanser, but it's a deep cleansing oil. Kind of crazy, right? Especially if you never technically heard of like cleaning your face with oil. And I'm an oily girl, so like I have extremely oily skin, so it's kind of weird, right? But I have actually recently found a lot of folks using oil to clean off makeup, and so this is a winter month, which of course our skin changes based on the season. And so I've been seeing a difference in my skin a little bit over time. And so I've started to kind of adjust with it. So using an oil during this time, I've tried to do that more, because just giving my skin some hydration and some love, because I do have dry patches at times, though I just feel like on my face, it's kind of crazy. But this is what it looks like. I've actually been told that this is a travel size version. So it comes with a pump, which is gorgeous. And when you use it, it says to use about 2 to 3 pumps. And I just normally do is just rub it in my hands and then apply it all over my face, just rubbing it all in my skin and just kind of moisturizing it all over every area. I hit my brows, I hit my eyes. Although you definitely should kind of be a little leery when applying to your eyes, because you definitely don't want to cause any irritation or allow the product to get into your eyes. So just be careful applying it around your eyes. So I definitely am gentle whenever I'm doing that, because I definitely want to hit my brows and mascara. Like, mascara is extremely hard to get off sometimes. So this has really been like, it's been legit, y'all. I've been enjoying it. I've used it maybe twice this week so far. So yeah, I got it Sunday. So I used it Sunday night. And then I think I used this yesterday. So, and I really have been enjoying it. What I also do, because for me, I've always taken my makeup off using makeup removal wipes. So what I do is once I just rub this all into my skin, I still use a makeup wipe just to kind of get like that extra dirt and grime off. So actually, I'll go in with the makeup wipe with the oil still on my face just to kind of remove it. And it does just fine. It really takes away all the makeup. And so when I'm going in to actually do the cleansing part, like most of it is gone. And I think that is so super duper like dope, because what this does is kind of helps, separate the makeup. And it's a deep cleansing oil. So it's really trying to separate the makeup and get it uncaked and unclogged off of your skin. and it's actually cleaning your skin while doing that, which I think is really cool. So I'm excited that I found something like this, even though it's been weird because I have oily skin, and so adjusting to using something like this has been like extremely trying. I know. Change sometimes is a little difficult, but I've enjoyed it. And I don't know if I'll necessarily do this in the summer. It really will depend. I really will have to just kind of ease into it just to kind of see if it really works with my skin during that time. But during the winter, I definitely think that it's pretty good to use. Another skincare product I wanted to shout out, I've actually used this for maybe over a month now, and this is by the company The Ordinary. This is a product that I've also found at Ulta. They have a bunch of different products by this line, but this is, I can't pronounce it fully, but I'm going to attempt. It's the niacinamide. Wow, I did my best. I think I did pretty good. So this product is actually the niacinamide, and it's 10% of it and also 1% zinc. And what I've really been enjoying to use this for is like my pores. And when you apply it, it says to do it both in the face, in the morning, apply it in the morning, and also the evening. And it comes like with this little dropper. So it doesn't recommend that you apply the dropper to your face to kind of avoid like any bacteria or anything getting on it. And so what I typically do is take about a full size pump of this and apply it on my face whenever I use it. This is pretty good, y'all. I haven't seen this irritate my skin or anything, and this is a pretty popular product. Like I said, I normally try to use this for the purpose of my pores. I have really enlarged pores, and I hate that. Like, I really don't like it because it makes me feel like my skin is just smooth. It makes it feel like, my skin is more prone to having like breakouts because of my pores being so enlarged. But I've been working on that. I'm also trying to do more research to better my skin. So that may actually not be a bad thing, but I really want to hear from a professional. Like, having enlarged pores, is it really super duper bad and detrimental to the health of my skin? We're trying to figure that out. But I definitely think that product has been useful, and I recommend it. It's also pretty cost reasonable. Their products I've seen range between like $5 and $10, which I think is so crazy, like especially from Ulta. Yeah, but this is a pretty, like, I would say, high end in a way product, but they're very cost reasonable. Next up, one thing that I definitely have had to do, which I've already moisturized my lips. In the winter months, for whatever, my hands and my lips get extremely dry, and we know that that's a given, right? Like, it's colder, right? And your skin gets more drier. But what I've definitely been trying to do more is taking care of my skin, because taking care of my lips, because I know that I enjoy wearing a good lip product. Y'all know your girl, like, I enjoy using a really good lip product. But what I've been having to do is really step up my game with taking care of my lips, because I cannot overcome this winter like shenanigans with my lips. So I've really been trying to step it up, but what I have been doing apparently hasn't been working. So recently, I think, yeah, Sunday, when I went to Ulta, I picked up a couple products. So what I have been using is this St. Ives lip scrub, and it's the sweet passion fruit scent. And I've actually used this for a while now. Smells pretty good. I think I actually got this from Target. Yeah, like in their little case. They usually have like the little mini case with like little mini travel size items. And I think this is one that I found. And I've had this for a while, but I just started using it, which y'all can see I have a pretty bit much. And this just explains I haven't been using it like I need to, so I'm trying to. But this past Sunday, I went to Ulta, and I have been hearing about like products that you can use on your lips overnight. So I saw this and I was like, but this is the Burt's Bees Overnight Intensive Lip Therapy. And I've already opened it, so that's why the packaging is all cut open and stuff. But this is what it looks like when you take it out of the packaging. It looks like it's a lip balm, but it's an overnight intensive lip treatment. And what it reminds me is like an overnight lip conditioning in a way for your lips. Y'all, when I tell you, since I just started using this Sunday, I've seen a difference. Like, I know it's only been a few days, but I'm not tripping, y'all. I've definitely seen my lips be a lot more smoother, and I've really definitely enjoyed that. So this is what it looks like in the little container. Looks just like a lip balm. And I definitely get that out of this. Another thing that I really like about this is that it is a more natural product. It has natural ceramides. It's infused with, let me read some of these. Jojoba seed oil, glycerin. It has sunflower seed wax, which I think a lot of Burt's Bees products does have, like some beeswax or seed wax. It has hydrogenated castor oil, peppermint oil, caramel. What? That's I didn't expect the caramel to be in there. Flower wax. So, and a lot of bunch of words that I can't obviously pronounce. But those are some of the things that I know are more natural ingredients that are included in here. And I've really been enjoying this, and I definitely think that this is a product that you should add into like your spa night, like your at home spa night for yourself. Like I think that this is like definitely dope. I found this in Ulta. I know they have like a section of like a bunch of like different lip products or things that you can use on your lips. Not all like lip balms and stuff, but that's how I was actually able to find this, because it had like this little section had a bunch of products for your lips. So I've been enjoying this. This is one that I recommend. I got it for about $8, I want to say. So not bad, not too bad. But if you can find this in like a drugstore, I think you probably will see a difference in the price maybe. But I've been enjoying it so far. So this is definitely something that I would recommend, especially if you are looking to just step up your game with taking care of your lips this winter, y'all. We want to be not crusty, lip crusted. We don't want to have them crusty lips out here, y'all. And I think lastly, I'll say this, and I'll get on to the makeup. But what I have on my lips right now is actually a lip balm that I probably would not use under like a matte lipstick. But right now, like I have it on, and I took a little bit off, so it's like not so much, because I feel like this would not work with a matte lipstick. But this is the Jack Black intensive therapy lip balm, and this is in the natural mint and shea butter scent, and this is what it looks like. This has been a highly recommended lip balm. Also got this from Ulta, and it has an SPF of 25 in it. So I think that that's really cool. I don't normally see that in like lip products. So I definitely think that this is cool. It's protecting your lips from the sun. So I definitely think that this is really cool. There's not much to say in terms of like lip balms for me. I've tried natural. I've used like chapstick. Those aren't normally like natural. So I definitely think that anything that moisturizes your lips is pretty good. But this is a product that I know has been highly recommended and talked about. And so this is one that I wanted to try out. And so far I like it. I definitely think that if you're not wearing a whole bunch of makeup, this is definitely one that you can throw on. It's not like tacky or anything. It allows for your lips to really be smooth. The peppermint is not overpowering when you feel like, oh my God, like my lips are irritated. It's very subtle and like smooth. So I like it. And I think that's definitely something that you could for sure try out this winter, y'all. But take care of your lips. I am definitely rooting for taking care of your lips. All right, y'all. So I'm ready to put on some makeup. Are we ready? Yes, I know I am. All right. So of course I have to prime my face. That is one thing that I like to do. The primer have several. I have several, but the one that I'm using right now is by Laura Mercier, and this is their just foundation primer. I think that this is not the one that recently came out. But this is one that has been out for a while now, because it definitely doesn't compare to the packaging I saw for the one that recently came out. I was thinking it was this one, but it definitely wasn't, because I actually did not find this in like Ulta, Sephora. I found this in TJ Maxx, y'all. If you have not been on my channel before, I've talked about like shopping in the beauty sections at like Marshall's, Ross, TJ Maxx, because those like beauty sections are like full of like products that you wouldn't even think that would be in like a department store like that. Some of their products are super like expensive. So Laura Mercier, come on, y'all, like this is not a cheap product line. So the fact that I even found that tells you that you can definitely check out those sections over in TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls. What else is out there? I don't know, like Burlington, those department stores, they have a lot of good stuff in like the beauty aisle. And it's not always makeup, but I definitely feel like you can find some things. But TJ Maxx for me is like the way to go because I mean Ross is pretty good too, but I love TJ Maxx. They have like they have a variety of stuff. If I have to recommend like another primer, because I know we have folks with different skin types. I've also found this one by Elf, and it's their matte putty primer. This is one that they've launched, I believe, this year, and it's pretty good. It's compared to actually the high end Tatcha Buttercup. I think that's the name of it. It's like a primer, but it's been compared to that, and that one it's pretty expensive. But this is one that I've been able to find in like CVS, Walmart. Um, Target for sure. Anywhere that really sells like Elf products. Sometimes Walgreens and CVS may not have like all of the updated products by like Elf and NYX, but I definitely know that you can be able to find it on in Ulta, whether in store or online. Sephora, more than likely not, because Sephora doesn't carry like Elf products or really any drugstore products. But I definitely know that you can find it in Ulta. And it's like it's more of a cream based product. Whereas you saw the one that I just by the Laura Mercier, it was kind of like a little bit watery and transparent. But this is like the consistency of this is more of a cream, and I'll just test it out a little bit so y'all can see. But it comes in like a little pan like this, and you get how I wonder do they? It doesn't say it on the label, but you can kind of gauge what the container looks like. It's pretty, comes with a pretty good amount, but the consistency is creamy. And you shouldn't apply too much. That's what the directions call for you to just apply like just enough because a little goes a long way. So this is one that I definitely recommend for my folks that are like very oily. If you need something, here you go. But I also have been enjoying this one just because I found it at TJ's. All right, so for foundation today, and y'all have probably seen a lot of ads by them right now. And that is cool because they have been having a lot of sales. Like my sister in Christ been telling me about them. But I'm going to use today the Velvety Matte Foundation, the I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation by Juvia's Place. And I have a bunch of their products here with me today that actually I'm going to use for this look. And so this one I love because it comes in like this little tube. And this is definitely one for my folks that have like oily skin. It's velvety matte. So I like the velvety piece of it because it's not like extremely like the consistency. It's not extremely drying, but it gives you almost like a dewy kind of vibe to it. So I really enjoy that. And I lately have just been loving this technique apparently with applying my foundation onto my face first, then blending it in. I don't know. For me, it's just been seeming like the way to go. So that is what I'm going to do. I don't have a primer by Juvia's Place, and I'm not going to say that they don't have any. They definitely probably do, but I just have not been so intentional of trying to find one. Because for me, when I've been thinking about like what I've been trying to focus on with Juvia's Place products is their eyeshadow palettes. Now their eyeshadows are pretty. Y'all know Juvia's Place is pretty like up there with their foundation with their eyeshadow palettes. Ugh, can't talk. And so that's what I've really been trying to focus on, and also some of their face products, but primer. It's not one that I've been like intentionally looking for, like I said. And I'm just blending this in using the bottom of my beauty blender. I love a good beauty blender, y'all. Like, I just feel like it allows for your foundation to just apply and blend a lot more smoothly. So I love a beauty blender to blend out my foundation. If I could recommend any beauty blender brands, of course, we're going to talk about the difference between drugstore and high end. So a lot of the ones that I've enjoyed from the drugstore are by Real Technique. Those are normally the orange one. Now, this is not one. I don't actually have one in my stash. Unfortunately, I just hate it. But I actually do enjoy the Real Technique blending sponges. And I've been seeing Real Technique like it really expanded in retail stores. So I've been able to find them even sometimes in Five Below, which is crazy. But you can definitely find their products in Ulta, and Target, really any drugstore. But in terms of like a high end beauty blender, um, I would definitely go with the Beauty Blender brand. So if you've ever seen like the pink beauty blender, they're pretty much shaped like this. But they started out as being just the all pink sponges. Those are like the OGs. I think they have come out with different colors. Yep, they came out with like a black one a few years ago, and then recently I've seen like a brown one, which I have yet to get my hands on, but I'm really interested in finding that one and getting one because I don't know, I just the brown stands out to me. It's different. So, but that's just some recommendations in terms of beauty blenders. If you are looking for really good ones, try Real Technique or just buy the plain Beauty Blender brand. Those are dope. I really love them. Um, all right, so I got my foundation on. That is the Velvety Matte Foundation by Juvia's Place. Next, I'm actually using the matching concealer by the Velvety Matte line, or the I Am Magic line. That's what it's actually called. And I have the concealer shade in the shade 9. Looks like a 6, but it's definitely a 9. And I love that it comes with a doe foot applicator. So I'm just going to dab this right onto under eye. Mm-mm-mm. And I think I bought the foundation and the concealer at the same time. Did I? I don't even remember. I think I did. I think I did. But what I've been able to find by these is that the velvety, like I kind of mentioned, like the velvety piece of this foundation, I definitely feel like allows for it to look a lot more dewy on my face. So it's not super duper like drying, like that really matte dry look. But it's definitely matte, but at the same time, it gives you that dewy texture, which I appreciate. Now, in terms of the lasting power of this foundation and concealer match, the concealer I can definitely say is fine. In terms of the foundation, I have not had to wear this an extremely long time, but I remember there was one point that I wanted to wear this for like a work day, like a 8 hour shit, just all day at work. And I was noticing some of my oil seeping up 6 hours into wearing it. Definitely don't think that that was a bad thing because for me at that time, I was just at work and like I wasn't going anywhere else other than work. So that wasn't bad. If you are somebody that you may need to wear your foundation a lot longer, it definitely could be helpful to touch up if that is like the reaction of this product. If it's not like a lasting, if you don't get like a lasting wear out of it, I would definitely say that you may need to touch up. But also, too, this is me speaking out of only like 8 hours of experience with it because I believe I only wore it to work, and when I got home, I took it off. But I definitely still like it. Not knocking it at all. I just saw that one thing about like how long it lasted that day, and I was like, like, is it just have I been running around a lot? I don't know. Like, what's been going on? But I definitely do like the makeup. I love this color. Like, I thought I got the wrong foundation shade at one time because I thought it was too light, but I actually am okay with this now. In the summertime, we had issues. I wanted to bring up another beauty blender that I've actually been enjoying, and this is by e.l.f. So this is y'all know I love the pointed end to blend out my concealer of a beauty blender, but this I've actually saw one of my like all time, like one of my favorite YouTubers use, and I was just like, I've seen this beauty blender at times, but I was just always like, I don't think I'm gonna really use that. Like that looks useless, but seeing her use it actually gave me some ideas, and I was like, that definitely looks useful because when I think about it, I do normally use like the pointed end of a beauty blender to blend out my concealer. So this just gives me two double ends. So I picked this up Sunday, and this is actually my first time trying it. It is already dirty just because there was already foundation on my hands. So I promise y'all I have not tried this. This is my first time. So I'm gonna just go in over what I've already applied. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit more on so we can kind of use it for real, for real. So let's use this, and I'm just applying another layer of that concealer on top. And I'm taking this. Now looking back, I definitely feel like this was not a useful beauty blender, but a not a useless beauty blender, but a useful. This is definitely useful. I feel like I can use this multiple times because it is dual ended. And I would say, in terms of the sponge itself, now, no, it isn't super duper like spongy. Like some sponges, you may squeeze them and they're like super duper like thick. This one is almost like a little thin, but I don't think that that's a bad thing. Like it's not super duper like clumpy or anything like that. So super duper spongy. I think it gives the right amount of um, it's enough for what I need to use it, because like I said, I would normally use it for just my concealer. So I don't need this to be like super duper much because I'm not gonna be that extra. But I think for the most part, did a good job. I like it. And this is by the Elf brand. Come on, Elf is just stepping it up. I've seen even some other concealers that they have, and I think that they are definitely doing their thing, y'all. Moving on, I want to do some bronzing and contouring. So I have another Juvia's Place um, product. I recently picked this up this past Sunday, and I want to shout out the fact that the Ulta that is in my town, my local Ulta, have not had these. This is their shade stick, one of their shade sticks, and Juvia's Place has said that these shade sticks are multi-purpose, so you can use them to conceal, as foundation, to contour, to bronze, whatever. You can definitely use it for so many different uses, and I like that. Contour, conceal, correct, all of the things. So, and I love that it comes in like the same packaging, like the same color packaging as the Velvety Matte line. Is this by the I Am Magic line? No. Okay, this is just called their shade stick. So I got the shade Katsina, and I think this is one of the more darker, one of the two darkest shade I believe I got. Now they definitely have a wide range. Y'all know, like Juvia's Place, they definitely come through on like their shades and representation for us chocolate sisters. So this is one of their darker in shade sticks, and I know that there was one right next to it, but I didn't want to get that one because I didn't want it to be too dark. So I was like, okay, I'll just stick with this one because it gives me that right amount of color that I need. But this one, I wanted to shout out that my local Ulta doesn't normally carry these. I have not seen these over in the Juvia's Place section, which I thought was always weird because I never saw them. But I went over in the clearance, y'all, and found like all of the shade sticks over there, and I was like, is that intentional? Like, because Juvia's Place is having a bunch of sales, or the foundation or the face products right now online. And so I feel like they'd also just do that because of the what they had in person, and they just sold it the sale price. I don't know, but I saw all the shade sticks in the clearance aisle. So regularly the retail price, it says at $16, and it was on sale for $9.59. So I thought that was super dope, y'all, and I wasn't even expecting to find this in that Ulta at all, but I was glad that I went over into the aisle because I never go into the the clearance aisle. I just don't have a purpose, but I'm glad I did that day. So like I said, the shade that I have is in Casina, and I'll just swatch it a little bit. So it's pretty chocolatey. But I'm just going to pop this right onto the areas that I want to contour. And I like the fact that it's a stick because I feel like I can control how much product I put on my face, because I'm used to using like I have a couple of contour products that are like one is in I have one by the LA Girl Pro Concealer line, and then I have one that's like a cream, but it's in like a pan. It's not in a tube or anything like this. So I think that that's cool. I'm just applying this and then doing something different. Normally don't do this, but I'm going to contour my nose a bit. Mm, 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 mm. All right. So there we have it. All right. So I could use, yeah, I'll just go ahead. I'm just going to use this angle brush that I normally use to blend in concealer, contour concealer, or cream concealer. Sorry. So I'm just taking this, and I really love the angle. I love really any brushes when I'm bronzing or contouring, whether it's a cream or bronze, because the angle really helps me feel like I'm, have a really good gauge of how to blend in the product. I've, of course, had enough experience now where I feel like I can use any brush if I felt like if it was a different, like it wasn't an angle brush, I feel like I can still use it because I have enough experience to know what I'm doing. But the angle, for whatever reason, just does something to me. So I've really been loving the angle. And I also think that if you are starting out with applying bronzer contour, an angle brush could really help be like a good guide for you. At least it's really done that for me. But even still, I feel like I enjoy an angle brush because I just feel like it just gives me the right shape. So just gonna apply a little bit to my jawline also. But this is blending in pretty nicely right into with this foundation. I definitely feel like it blends in really nicely. And I am happy with the shade. If I would have went darker, now I don't think that it would have been a super bad thing. But there's one thing too that I don't want to go too dark with contours because I don't want it to look muddy. So I want to look snatched, but not like who did it and why. All right, and then I'm going to blend out my nose with this. Definitely take a different brush. I'm just going to use this blurring shadow brush by Real Technique. Sorry, y'all. This is by Eco Tool. I have to remember Eco Tool has a lot. Their brushes usually have like the wooden handles. So this is by Eco Tools. Eco Tools is a really good brand, drugstore brand to start out with. For brushes, I want to shout them out because I know that I have a bunch of their brushes now. Like a lot of their like face brushes I recently picked up within like the past couple years, and I've been loving them. Also, too, it was a plus because way back when a couple years ago, I was trying to do the whole vegan thing fully, and so their brushes, of course, are eco-friendly. So that is my nose contour. I don't have to always do a nose contour, but I definitely felt like it could be fitting a little bit for this moment. Let her have it. All right, so that is our contour. Juvia's Place, I'm definitely pleased so far with what I'm seeing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye concealer. And I'm shaking out this product because I have run out of it and I am like butthurt about it because this product is bomb. But this is one of the powders that I owned. Obviously, I'm running out and I would love to get it again. Whew, we'll see. But this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and comes in a packaging like this. There's the label, Laura Mercier. And this is their translucent color. I know that they've came out with a couple more colors within these past few years. I know they came out with one that was for like I think it was dark, the color dark, and then they came out with a honey. I think that's the shade. Yeah, it's the honey. So it's kind of comparable to like a banana or Ben Nye banana powder. So more yellow tone. This is more translucent. And then the one that I mentioned before, the dark, is more like deeper. So for us chocolate girls. But I have yet to try the honey shade or the deep shade, and I want to get my hands on it. But the translucent is pretty good too, and that's actually They're still pretty popular, but of course, like with them coming out with the different shades has been really useful. So a lot of us darker skinned ladies have enjoyed um, trying those out a little bit more. But the translucent shade is still pretty good. So I'm going in and I'm just going to set my under eye concealer with a fluffy brush by Eco Tools using this powder. And oh, it is just, it melts right into your skin. I love it. And this is why I'm tripping and saying, I don't know if I'm getting it again, but I definitely should, y'all. Look at that. But this is a more high-end product. I would definitely consider this to be high-end. Definitely check out the Ulta website or their on their app to see if they do sell this. Now, I definitely know that they just started. Laura Mercier just started being sold out of Ulta because normally I only could find it at Sephora. But I think um, maybe towards the summer, maybe of this year, I think, yeah, starting in the summer of this year, they started selling the powder. Then they moved on to the primer. I don't know if they have any more of their products, but the powder and the primer, I know that they do carry those in store. But also, Sephora is the place to go as far as like an in-person place to find this. But definitely check online as well. I'm always saying you can almost always find it online, either on the Laura Mercier website or Sephora or Ulta.com. I'm going to set my face now all over. And to do this, here's another powder that I've been recently using. And this is a drugstore. So I hope y'all appreciate seeing a difference from the high end of the drugstore. So these products are more on the affordable side, I would say. These are by the Maybelline Fit Me line. And I have two different shades. I have medium deep and I also have dark. The medium deep shade I normally use to set underneath my eye. It is a more yellow base powder. And I really have been loving it. Melts right in. And then the dark I have used all over my face, of course. I would say with these powders, very comparable to the Laura Mercier. There's just some like effects of when it sets that I'm like, that doesn't really compare to the Laura Mercier powder. Plus, this is not the Laura Mercier powder, so I've also had to recognize that. But I definitely do love the finish of the deeper powder. Now, the medium deep, I'm still working on that because sometimes I'm just like, I'm not satisfied with how it sets or how it dries. So, still working on how I can make it work for me, but I love how the deep shade sets. So, I'm taking another fluffy brush by Eco Tools, and this is normally what I use to set all over my face. This is like their fluffy face brush. And I'm just going to apply this all over my face to set my base, setting my foundation, pretty much everything. And yes, I even go a little bit over the areas where I apply my concealer, so underneath my eye and also my contour. Doesn't disturb those shades at all. And the Maybelline Fit Me powder, of course, they are drugstores, so they are more affordable. But I've noticed that these can be used not only with the Fit Me foundation, but also other products. So this is why I definitely am okay with using these with any foundation. All right, so we have our face set. Now I want to move on to applying a powder bronzer to kind of bring back out that contour that we applied to our cheeks and hairline. So with that, I have several different powder bronzers, if I can get them, that I wanted to shout out today. All of these I've used, and these are my own personal products, y'all, that I've used. So if they look a little ratchet, it's because they are my own personal ones. So I have several different ones, and I wanted to shout those out because, of course, like this year, for whatever reason, it just seems like all kind of companies have been coming out with like bronzers to fit us chocolate girls, because I just feel like everybody's just like, we need some representation. So like, let's make a product for women of color. So I have several different ones, two by the same company and a couple by Black-owned companies. Making sure I got them all. Yep. So the first one that I wanted to talk about was the ones that I have by Makeup Revolution, and they came out with two different ones this year, which I thought was kind of like, okay, was that intentional? But this one is by their I Love Revolution side of things, which I Love Revolution and Makeup Revolution. I almost want to say it's the same company. Like, y'all, I can't be tripping. Are they the same? I definitely feel like they are. But this is their chocolate bar contour palette, and they came out with several different ones of these. And the one I have is in deep, and it smells just like chocolate, y'all. So I love that. Comes with a little mirror, and it says I Love Makeup Revolution. Smell me, and then there's the contour, and it also comes with a gold highlight. All of their shades actually come with a gold highlight, and I really appreciate that because I love to highlight normally using a golden or gold highlighter. So love that, but smells good, and I love the shade of this. I'm actually thinking about using that one tonight, but I'm trying to decide. The next one that I have by Makeup Revolution is their Splendor Ultra. Let me get the name right. Splendor Ultra Matte Bronzer, and this also is in deep. Now, this deep shade, I want to say, definitely does not compare to the chocolate bar shade. In a way, they may have. I feel like the chocolate bar shade may be a little bit lighter, but this is what this one looks like, and this one smells like pineapple. And I love the mirror in this one, y'all. I love this one. It is so super duper cool. And this one came out this summer. Everybody got on it. And of course, you can order this online. You can find this one in store or online. But this one definitely is so online. But y'all, these are really good bronzers. I've enjoyed using them myself. This shade, I feel like I would have been better off if I got the shade above it, but I still make it work, and it's fine. So those two products I definitely love. Another bronzer that I have is by Beauty Bakery, and this is a Black-owned product. I found this on the Ulta website, so these products are not sold in store. By Beauty Bakery products are not sold in store, but more so online. And they have the Brownie Bar face palettes. They have several different colors of these. The shade that I got is in, or the palette shade that I got. Which one do I have? And it's gluten free. It's vegan. Yay. I don't know. Does it say it on here? It does not. It doesn't say, like, because I know they have several ones. I may have gotten like dark or deep one of those. Anywho, this is what the palette looks like. It comes with a contour shade, a blush shade, which I love because this orange, y'all, look so good. And then another gold highlighter, which I love. So this palette I really enjoy because I feel like you get 3 in 1, and that's so convenient. And this, like I said, you can find this on the Ulta website, and this is really a really good product. I highly recommend. Definitely can't find this any other where. I know that much, but Ulta is the way to go for finding their products, and also on their website, their online website. And lastly, if I had to bring up another contour or powder bronzer, it would be by Fenty Beauty. This is one that I have. Oh, this is where it started for me. And this is one of their Sunstalker Instant Warm Bronzers. And I have the shade Mocha Mummy. And it comes in a little palette like this. And y'all, don't judge me, but I've used it so much, so it's a lot to ratchet. But this is what it looks like. This shade has like a reddish undertone to it, but I still have enjoyed it, and it has given me so much warmth to my face. And I love the little compact mirror. So I definitely love this. These were all pretty much products that you can find in Ulta or Sephora. And I definitely want to shout that out and recognize that. But I definitely think that these are all really good products. So with that being said, let me quit yapping. There's another one. This is a cream, more like a cream contour or bronzer. This is also by Fenty Beauty. This is their Freestyle Cream Bronzer. Their Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer. And the shade that I have is in chocolate. I almost forgot about this one, y'all. So sorry. But this one is a cream bronzer, like it says. And I love the packaging. So it definitely gives you a difference. So if you go into Sephora and you're like, I want to buy, but I don't know what's the difference. This is the powder version, and then this is, of course, it says cream on the packaging on the front. It's a cream bronzer, so you can definitely get both. But one of the others is also cool too. But I like having both just because I can set, the cream with the powder. So this is what the color chocolate looks like, and I have not used this so much because I've been like just experimenting with all of my products, but this is pretty good and it's pretty pigmented. I would say that. And I just love these little compact mirrors, y'all. I don't know. Is it just me? I just love them. But yep, that is the Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer and their Instant Warmth um, Powder Bronzer. That is all my bronzers, y'all. So let me go ahead and apply one now. It's so hard sometimes. I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Revolution. The shade, and this one is one that I've just been pulling for a lot lately. So just sticking with what I know. I'm using an Eco Tools fluffy brush, and it is an angled brush. This is like my favorite brush out of my stash, y'all, because I just love the fluffiness of it, and it just fits perfectly for helping me to warm up my cheeks. So I definitely don't like to go in heavy-handed with bronzer because I don't want it to look muddy, but I also definitely want to just add just enough. So that's my goal. Mhm. Okay. And yep, we did do our nose. I'm going to also apply a little bit using that same brush actually. It's all right. I can do that. It's not going to disturb the product, I promise. I don't want to apply too much, so I don't want it to stand out over everything. So just make sure I blend it all in. Mm-mm. I am gonna go over this with my powder brush just to make sure that's blended in. All right, boom. Now I want to get some blush and highlight action going on. So I'm gonna sit that palette right here for a second. 'Cause I'm gonna pick it back up, but I'm gonna apply some blush. So for blush today, I'm gonna be using a Black Radiance. This is one of their baked blushes, and this is in the shade. It's called Brick House, and I haven't really used this, but I love this shade. And I saw it, and I was like, that will look so pretty on chocolate skin. So I'm taking a fluffy blush brush by Real Technique. This is how you'll tell the difference. Real Techniques brushes normally have like the handles that look exactly like this pattern. They may be different colors. So I have another one. No, not in this cup, but I have it in my other cup with the rest of my brushes. But yeah, their packaging normally looks like this, and they may be different colors. I know they have like purple, orange, pink. So, but yeah, y'all. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this. I love this color. I think it is so. It screams fall for sure, for sure. Might apply a little too much on that side, but that's okay. Don't worry. We can get her together. Blush is one of those things that I don't want it to be like too much because I just feel like it looks bad. Like I don't want like all you see is the red cheeks. So a trick that I do to kind of like calm down my blush is I go over with my powder brush or whatever product is still on it. I just use that and just go subtly on top of my blush. And it does the trick. All right. Boom. That is our blush. Definitely love this. This is one that I normally can find like Black Radiance. Honestly, any store the Black Radiance is sold because sometimes it's a little hard to find them. But I've been able to find Black Radiance products at, I want to say, Walgreens, Target, and Walmart. That's it. So if you can check out any of those places or online, you can probably more than likely run into their product in that blush. Going back into the I Love Revolution palettes, and I'm going to go in with that gold highlight to get some highlight action on these cheeks, and that is going to be the last thing that I add to face. I'm just going to add a little bit on top of where I applied the blush. And if I apply too much highlight, I do the very same thing that I can do the blush, just go over with my powder brush. But I've been normally trying to go in very softly with highlighter because I want it to look natural. And it's not natural to see like a long strobe like this. I could have just went a little bit lightly. So I'm going to go back in with my powder brush. And boom. All right, y'all. So that is our face. That's our face. All right. Let us move on. Definitely enjoy these face products. Y'all, if you are for sure interested in any of those, please be sure to check out those store recommendations. You more than likely can find those. Oh, if I can shout out another face like kind of product, this is my favorite combination in terms of drugstore. I just can't get over this, but especially this one this year, like recently, I realized why I love it so much. But the Maybelline Superstay foundation, everything. It comes with a pump. You can't get any better than that. And when you run out, I figured out how to remove the top. Y'all let me know if y'all need help, because for whatever reason, I couldn't remove the top to get all of their product out, because I like to get my money's worth. I'm that person, y'all. But I love this foundation. And also, in terms of concealer, I love the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. The color that I usually get is Deep Cinnamon, and in the foundation by Maybelline is in 360 Truffle. Love this duo. These are drugstore products, and I love this foundation and concealer together because they just a match make. Like they are for sure. They are a match made in heaven. I'm just saying. I'm just saying God was like, yeah, these two work together. And I was like, okay, right. All right, y'all. So that is face. I want to move on to doing something with these eyes just because it wouldn't be a look without the shadow. But honestly, that's a little biased because you can still look good without eyeshadow. But tonight I am going to do I'm going to do an eyeshadow look for y'all. So I am popping in using another Juvia's Place product. This is the Warrior 2 palette. Looks like this. And I love like how Juvia's Place has like different different palettes with the same like different versions. That's what I'm trying to say. This one comes with some really bomb shades that I feel like are natural, but also can give you some pop of color. So I'm going in with a more cranberry look because this Thanksgiving, I'm feeling very cranberry vibes for whatever reason. So that's what your girl gonna do. So I am gonna get it going. All right. So I am going to go in with my MAC Cosmetics little paint pot, and this is in brown script. Looks like this. It's like a brown, but has like a hint of red, like a red undertone to it. So I'm taking my little crease brush by e.l.f. I love the fluffiness of it. So this is also a brush that I use for my eyes. And I'm going to pop that right into my crease area. Come on, brown script. Brown script is like an OG. Telling y'all, it's been around for the longest time. And I actually found the shade here on YouTube. I learned about brown script on YouTube. On the tube. And I feel like I will forever go back to it. Do the very same thing to my other eye. Y'all, I better do this eyeshadow tomorrow too. Because I know sometimes I can be like so indecisive. So I better do this. I better. But honestly, if I don't, okay. I am planning to wear some eyeshadow tomorrow. Promise y'all, I promise. All right, let's using that same brush. I just wipe it off on like a little towel just to take off that color. I'm going into the palette now and I'm going to pick up the shade Shawada. It's that really deep matte black. I'm just gonna pick that up. And I know y'all might be like, okay, Kayla, black is one of those shadows that you don't want to play with. I know, I get you, sis. Like I'm there with you. But go with me. We're gonna be fine using this. I promise, I promise. But we are starting off with black as the first color. That is a little sketchy, right? But I promise we're gonna be fine. So taking that same brush, I'm going to go right onto the outer V of my eye. And I'm going to be very gentle as I'm applying this because I don't want to disturb the shadow, y'all, I promise. So I'm just going on to the outer V of my eye and just packing this on, not swiping, not doing anything, but packing it on and doing it very gently. See, it almost looks like I'm going for a smoky eye, doesn't it? I'm not, promise. I almost want to put another layer, so I'm actually just gonna do it, y'all. Just gonna go for it. I'm gonna put another layer of that. Is this dramatic? Absolutely. But we're gonna go with me, promise. We're gonna get to a beautiful destination. Doing the very same thing to my other eye, focusing on that outer corner, which is what we would call a V, outer V. All right. And now just gonna wipe that off a little bit. And now I'm gonna go in using a different brush. I'm gonna use the Morphe M330 brush. And I'm gonna take this just because I wanna kind of blend this out just a little bit around the edges. Just a little bit. All right, do the very same thing to the other eye. Going back into brown script, y'all, because you know when it comes to blending, you can blend until you are satisfied. So it doesn't matter if you got to keep packing on different shades until you get to where you need to be. Do it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go back over where I applied brown script so I can make sure that there is an easy blend between that and the black. Especially before I move on applying anything else. Y'all, this has to be blended. It has to be. So just applying a little bit of that back into my crease. But I'm bold for going in with a black first, ain't I? Absolutely. Because I trust that we're going to be all right. Ooh, I'm loving her already. All right, y'all. So now I want to move us along to a different place. And I'm going to pick up, so I'm trying to go for a cut crease. Bear with me, y'all. I know cut creases can be a hassle. But y'all, we're going to be all right. But I'm going to pick up, let's see. I normally like to, okay, this is what I want. Let's just play around with her. She'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going in with a concealer. This is the Fawn shade by LA Girl. And I'm just going to go in with this little flat eyeshadow brush. And this is what I'm going to use to create my cut crease. Just put enough onto my brush that I need to create. And so what I normally like to do, y'all seen me do this before on live. I normally like to apply it in the middle and then kind of open up my eye or look up, and then some of that concealer will land at the point that I want to kind of gauge to outline my lid. So that is what I'm going to use. It's kind of a little hack when doing a cut crease. And now I'm just going to finish off by packing that all over my lid to blend it out. And cut creases are normally like dramatic. So that's why I'm like, y'all knew it was gonna be dramatic with the black. Y'all had to know. So yeah, we just gonna be more extra. All right, so that's enough of that. Now I'm going in, do the very same thing to my right eye, my left eye. Okay. Boom. All right, y'all. All right, so what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to try just to blend this in a little bit into my eye. It's my little thing. With my beauty blender just to make sure that this concealer is nice and smooth. Right. And I will only do this with a pointed end, nothing else. All right. I'm gonna go over that concealer and just set it just a little bit, just a tinge, using my Laura Mercier powder because I feel like it will give me what I need. And do that. All right. We got our base and now we're ready to apply our shades. So moving on, picking back up that good old e.l.f. crease brush, I'm gonna go in and pick up Zamata, which is this really pretty cranberry shade in the palette, y'all. That is a pretty deep shade. Don't you think? I love it. I've been seeing it since I got this palette, been looking at it all the time, almost every time I pick up this palette, wanting to find how the heck I'm going to actually use it. And I figured it out tonight. Just like I'm just gonna go in. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it because I've been waiting to use it. So here we go. So what we're gonna do is take this shade and I'm gonna pack this right into the middle portion of my eye. And I did this after I did my concealer to cut my crease because I wanted this to really show up. This is a matte shade, like all of these shades are matte in the palette, but it is still fine to use. So y'all just go with me. Just go with me. We're gonna be fine. So I'm just gonna keep packing this until I have my desired amount into the middle of my eye. Boom. Okay. Do the very same thing to my other. I'm loving this shadow look already. And we ain't even finished it yet, y'all. Woo-hoo. All right. Cool. So we got those shades going. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back into that black, just a tinge, and just pack a little bit on, being careful not to over apply where I applied that maroon. Just to make sure that none of that was embossed. And I'm also just going to kind of try to blend it in with that maroon. So just blending it inward. Okay. I'm definitely, for whatever reason, loving my left eye more than my right, but it's fine. All right, now to finish off the eyes, I'm going to go in with, let's see which one. So I definitely have several different ones that I can pick from. But for this look, I am going to apply, let's see. I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to go with kind of, it's like this beige, a beigey nude color. I'll take that onto my little eyeshadow brush and pack this right onto the inner portion of my eye. Ooh. I love it. I could have went with something brighter, like I could have went in with Zaz, but Zaz is more like a white color, like white. And I feel like kind of gives me more like subtle skin-like vibes. Very natural, and I love it. I feel like it gives me what I need. All right, folks. I'm loving her so far. What y'all think? Y'all like? We'll go back in a little with Jamada, that cranberry shade. Just a little bit, just to pack that in. What I tell y'all, blending is a process. It's a process. All right. Where's my brown script? We're going back in where? Just gonna apply a little bit back into my crease. I feel like she was kind of lost in the sauce, and we want to bring her back. So just around the edges. I'm doing the very same thing to my left eye. Okay. A little bit of black also kind of got lost. So a little bit of that black. All right. I like. I don't think that is too dramatic. I definitely think that this is pretty good and subtle, something that actually looks wearable, you know? And sometimes, like, depending on like the colors you use, you might be like, this is cute, but I want to wear it. I will actually wear this. All right, y'all. That is the shadow. I am going to move on and apply some liner. The liner that I have today is my all-time favorite liner. Y'all know this by e.l.f. It's their liquid liner, and I'm going to pop this right into onto my waterline, and I'm going to create a wing. Okay. This is definitely a product that you can find almost everywhere that e.l.f. products are sold. Hmm. We might be able to do something because this is like we already got the black in there. I want to see something. I'm going to go ahead and apply this first. I'm kind of going to make sure the outline has enough. I'm going to go over it once more. Mm-hmm. But, like I said, because we already got that black action going on the outer V of our eye, I'm gonna go in and try this. I try to let that liner, that wing dry a little bit. Black on black sometimes doesn't always do. So what I'm gonna try to do is smoke out that wing, just to kind of not have it in a way, but kind of just smoke it out. Let's just smoke it out. Doesn't mean that we necessarily don't have any more liner. We're gonna have liner, but it's just not gonna be a wing. Let's just smoke that right into, and we're just basically, as I'm saying, smoke, we're just blending that right into that black liner. Mhm. And to do this, I'm taking this M321 brush by Morphe, and it has like a nice shape. All right. Wing, no wing. What y'all think? But it's like it's still there in a way, but it's just smoked out. It's blended in. But so far, I like it. And it still gives me that edgy look. I'm going to do the very same thing with this one because I don't want it to dry too much. So let me work quickly because this does dry pretty fast. Just smoking it out. Hmm. I love it. Okay. All right. I like to see it. I like to see it. Since we are on the shadow, I want to go back into the palette and kind of finish off the eyes by going underneath my waterline, picking up that black once more and just popping this right, using this same M321 brush and just using that to outline my waterline. I'm going to take this one just halfway. Just taking that black halfway. Using a like pencil brush like this actually is pretty good when for applying eyeshadow to the waterline because of the shape. I really like it. Really has helped me. All right, so then I'm going to go in with that cranberry shade and I am going to apply that to the remainder half of my waterline. Mm-hmm. That's when you know something is good. You just got to go, mm-hmm. All right, y'all. So our shadow is pretty much good and done. Just going to dust off any fallout. I think we are good and ready to finish other things with this look. All right. Now I'm going to go in and give my lashes some love. I'm going to first do just apply a little bit of mascara and a product that I definitely think could be very useful, especially if you don't wear like mascara, like eyelashes every single day, is using a mascara, but also investing in a mascara primer. Telling you, definitely one that you want to drop this into your Black Friday shopping. Want to tell you why? Because with this product, I definitely feel like it can allow for the mascara to last a lot longer. And also, I like that my aunt brought up one time, like, especially if you wear contacts, I definitely feel like this can help um, grip that mascara product a lot easier so it doesn't move because it's sticking to the product. So it helps to elongate it, enhance it. So I love to, when I invest in mascara now, I always have to invest with primer because I'm just like, I just have to have primer now. And I just started using primer this year. Don't know where my intent has been. Like, I don't even know if mascara has always been a thing. It may have, I just never really knew about it. But I love, love, love using a primer. The primer that I have right now, I actually got from Ulta. This is by the brand Essence. I've also tried the mascara primer by L'Oreal. So either of those, I put a yes on. Okay. I am going to apply some lashes for this look. This look calls for some lashes. So I'm going to take my Ardell Wispy lashes and pop these on. A little bit of my mascara got taken off as I'm putting these on. Okay. Let me pop over here real quick, y'all, and pick up what we need. And I'm actually going to show y'all this. This is one that I've been using. This is the Kiss strip adhesive, and it has aloe in it. And I love that it's a black product. Because sometimes, like I've seen some people use, like I know normally the some of those glues out there have been like gray or white. White for whatever reason just seems like it's gonna dry. For me, I'm just like it's gonna dry and show up, and I don't need that happening. So I love that they're products that are just straight up black, so it blends in with everything, and it just makes me feel better. So that's where I'm going for now. It has to be black, y'all. All right, pumping these on. I can also use my fingers. Sometimes my tweezers don't do it, so I have to always see what works best for the moment. Yes, Lash. Come on. Got that one on. Mm-hmm. Lashes is definitely something that I'm still a beginner in, but little baby is growing every day. I just started trying to use my fingers to apply them. So I was always so nervous, so I would just only use tweezers, but it's been pretty good to apply with my fingers too. All right, we got our lashes. I would definitely have to wear lash with this look because I feel like it would help enhance that black. So, yes, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, y'all. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna move on to the lips now. Have a couple of products I wanted to shout out. So we already talked about making sure our lips are nicely moisturized. So that when it comes for you to actually rock a good lip product, you have some really good moisturized lips, and your product will look great. I've definitely seen when I have not taken care of my lips how my lipstick can come off looking really bad because of it. So y'all just don't do it. Don't do it. All right. So I am going in using another Juvia's Place product. This is actually something that came out this year. This is their Luxe liner in the shade Cola. They came out with this line of liners this year, along with these Mademoiselle, these velvety matte, not Mademoiselle, sorry y'all, these velvety matte lipsticks in the shade that I have is in Lady. And these were like a part of their nude line. They came out with like nudes, mauves, and pinks. Y'all, they came out with a host of different shades for this lipstick and a lip liner line. I love it. So I didn't necessarily think that I would try it, but I'm glad that I did. So the liner shade, once again, that I said, it's in cola, and it's a like dark, kind of like a dark chocolate color. So I'm gonna go ahead and outline my lips with cola. And this is a retractable liner. So I try to be careful because it is also like a cream kind of texture. And I'm so used to using like pencil liners. So this is different for me. All right, so there's cola applied. I'm gonna go on top using Lady. And for this look, I figure I will show y'all two different lip products. This is the shade of Lady, what Lady is looking like, a very nude. So I'm gonna pop her right into the middle. And I will only be able to wear Lady with the lip liner. We know that. We can see why. I wouldn't even try it. I wouldn't try it. Have to have a lip liner. So that is Lady. I will even pop a gloss on top. And I definitely think that this is a option if you wanted to rock a nude lip with this eyeshadow look. So that's why I thought of this duo because I know these are products that are definitely really out there on the market now. But I love this nude lip. Y'all get into it. Very cute and natural. I love it. But this is option one. Showing your option two because this is a dramatic eye. So why not go dramatic on the lips? So if you definitely want to be very subtle, if you even wanted to go just matte, you can go with this. Or if you wanted to top it off with a gloss, I definitely think that's cool too. I'm going to take this off. And get dramatic with y'all for like 2.5 seconds. But I'm going to apply this liquid lipstick by Milani and it's called Sugar. And I love it because it is super pretty. It gives you like maroon cranberry vibes. And I told y'all I'm like in cranberry vibes for whatever reason for this Thanksgiving. So I'm going to apply this and this is a vampy cranberry shade. So I'm going to apply this all over my lips. And this I can tell you is probably going to be the shade that I'm going to wear more than likely. I can already tell it. I'm definitely probably gonna rock this. On here, Sugar. I love this shade, y'all. Y'all get into this lip. This is me. This is where we're going. We're gonna have to, yeah. This lip is everything. I love it. And these lipsticks by Milani are actually pretty long lasting. They dry super duper fast, as y'all see. Like it's already dry. Plus, I didn't put any like lip balm or anything underneath, so it's definitely really dry now. But these are like super duper long lasting. Like you could put it on in like the morning, and it's gonna be on pretty much all day. Like I've seen it. So but I always like to touch up, and that's just me. But this is probably the lip color that I'm gonna go. I definitely know that I'm gonna rock this eyeshadow look, but I'm saying as far as the lips, here's where she going, y'all. So, but yeah, y'all, this is that look that I'm definitely interested in breaking out for the holiday tomorrow. I also wanted to bring up because I know that Black Friday shopping is definitely going to be a thing for us all online this year for me. Telling y'all online. But even if, because I don't plan on doing if anything, if I don't buy anything, I'm probably gonna browse. That's probably what I'm gonna be doing. So definitely hitting up Ulta is where I'm going to probably be looking, but also I know there's like other beauty websites, so Sephora is another one. But I wanted to talk about these real quick. These are like some really cute like beauty headbands. I know I probably got this as like a gift at some point. Don't know when, but I definitely know that I I didn't buy this. Like, I didn't. It was given to me. I just don't know when. I've had it for the longest time and just started using it. But I've worn this in some of my videos before, and I've really now started to like be like, okay, that is a really useful thing because when I want to pull my hair back so it's out the way so I can just focus on my face, this is really useful. So I went and actually got another one from Ross because I'm just like I'm being extra now. So and I found this one. It has a really cute little bow on it. But I definitely think that these are like cute little accessories that you could um, definitely keep in mind in terms of like doing your makeup or doing like your skincare routine. I definitely think these can be very useful, especially to protect your edges. You know, y'all, we always want to protect our edges. Um, or even just your hairline so you don't want it to get wet. So if you like how your hair straight and you don't want to, you don't want your hairline getting wet or anything, you want to have it laid flat. I definitely think that these can be really useful. So these are other things that I had sitting out here that I wanted to shout out that I've been loving myself. So I definitely know that Ulta would have some. I also would check TJ Maxx. That's just me because TJ's they will get you right. But I definitely love these, y'all. But that is pretty much everything that I had to throw out there as suggestions. I definitely hope that y'all get all of the good food that you want to eat tomorrow because it's your business, as Tabitha Brown would say. And that y'all have a really good holiday, whether you're spending it at home and you're staying home and being with your loved ones and just cooking and just being in and having a good time. Or if you're going to jump on Zoom with your folks, whatever it is, I hope that y'all have a really blessed Thanksgiving. And also too, like if y'all are Black Friday shopping, I would say keep these things in mind. I definitely know that they might be a stretch, especially for the high end things. I'm always like, do I want to make that? But definitely with moderation in Black Friday, you'll definitely see what the prices are at that point. So I definitely think that these are things worth checking out, both the skincare and the makeup. So y'all check it out. And I appreciate y'all for sticking around. Mwah, I love y'all. And I will check back in with y'all next time if I don't see y'all this week. I definitely wanted to jump on at some point. I was like, okay, Friday. I know folks are probably going to be with their loved ones doing things. So I at least wanted to jump on here at some point and be with y'all this week. So if I don't jump on Friday, it is fine. I hope that this is okay. But we'll see what your girl comes up with. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all and thank y'all for jumping in with this. I love you, honey bun. Yes, I see you. Thank y'all so much and happy holidays.